Cage Minds. We have Eric Martinez with us, representing Legacy Boxing Promotions, and we're talking about Albuquerque's Elite Warriors on September 24th. Another outdoor event. What are you trying to do to me, Eric?
Hey man, it's already going to be cooler outside by then. We're hoping it's going to be a lot better. Sun should be going down a lot sooner than what it did before. Mike, I'm telling you, I'm not doing this to you on purpose, brother. It's just one of those things. Elgante doesn't have the facility that can really accommodate for a venue of this size. So I'm hoping the next one, we're hopefully going to have one by the end of the year, will be indoors because there won't be a choice.
Okay, so we're going to take a step back real quick. AZTEC Warfare, you look back on it as a promoter, was the event considered a success?
It was a success. We got a lot of national recognition, a lot of people calling us from all over the nation, so we were excited to see that. On paper, we did really well. We're always trying to look for sponsorship, ways to cut edges as far as operational costs. So those things can be difficult, and of course the weather was really difficult that day. Even your camera equipment, I think, blanked out for a minute there because it was so hot outside. But that was our 5th fight in 16 months. So we're always evolving and learning as far as the industry of boxing, and always looking to step up.
And then it looks like as the number of cards keep going, we keep growing with the number of fights that are going to be on the card.
Right. Well, right now we've got, I believe, 9 fights on the card and a totally stacked card, as you said on the podcast today. And so we're really excited about what we're doing there and the intriguingness of the fighters wanting to be on the card. Josh and I had talked months ago in preparing for a fight like this. And then to have it as a rematch with the caliber of a fighter in Marrufo, making it a part 2 when they drew, I think, back in 2014. So that was a huge fight. We're looking to really expound on that and really moving forward and seeing who the real fighter, who the real winner is going to be out of this event. We've had rematches in the past, and I believe Tony Valdez had a rematch on one of our cards. So, they're successful, they're intriguing. So we're hoping people really are proud of the fact that we're bringing a fight like that. Hopefully you guys can hear, we have interviews in here as well, sorry about that. But
you gotta love DC.
Oh yeah, he's something else. And also bringing in the caliber of fight with Arturo Crespin, going against our top-notch guy, Jose Luis Sanchez, huge. So I know you're excited to see that one as well.
That one, it's going to be a brawl. That is my total expectations, for them to hit each other a lot. 2 bulls locking horns with that one. The rematch, was there any promotional problems getting that together? Because I believe Marrufo's words to me after the last one are, I'm never fighting in this state again.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. No, we worked through his manager out of Phoenix, and they were able to lock it down. I've been seeing posts from Marrufo on the Facebook, and so I think he's excited to come back and fight him. If he was fighting anyone else other than Josh to prove a point, I don't believe he would be back in the Albuquerque or northern New Mexico area. And it was just good to really bring in fighters on almost every one of our cards, or every one of the fighters on our cards. We have their opponents with winning records. Up north, you don't always see that. So you see a lot of lopsided records out there. So we're bringing in, the gentleman out of El Paso with 7-3, Marrufo with 9-5. Or 9-6, I believe, and then Crespin with I think it's 13-7. So, these are really, remarkable fighters and opponents that we're able to get into the ring. So it's not just throwing the towel and we already know who's going to win type of fight.
How is Juan Carlos Guillen, another step up in competition for Jason Sanchez, coming off of that main event unanimous decision win over Chacon, and a fight that was amazing out of Jason, seeing the advancements and leaps and bounds that he evolved in, being able to cut off the ring and really put his punches together?
Well, as you noticed in the fight, and luckily by that time it was already cooler, but as you saw in that fight, Jason has always been known for his power. He's always got the power punch. He really gets to the guts and really gets in there. Well, as you notice, Chacon, he likes to really strategically move around and really work the ring as best as possible. Well, this was just a testament to Jason's skills and his advancement as his career goes along, that he's able to pin someone down into a corner and then get him down. So I don't know that Raymond had been knocked down in quite a few fights. I know he's lost a few. But you know what? For him to be able to pin down a fighter with the caliber of Raymond out of California, it was really impressive. And I'm proud to say, you know what? Jason is stepping his game to where he can step in the ring with power or finesse, no matter what you do. That's why we've been excited about the potential of rematch or shout outs to bring in other fighters to fight him within the state. And we haven't really gotten any calling. There's some people with some finesse and some people with power, but nobody really wants to get in the ring with Jason. I mean, it's been tough. So for this gentleman out of El Paso, Juan Carlos, I mean, we'll see how it goes and if he can handle the power of Jason or if he takes it more of a strategic, technical fight. Jason's ready for that as well.
And then next we'll talk about what is probably the front runner for the fight of the night. Because as long as you've had the women and the ladies on the card, they're usually the fight of the night. So again, that's going to be could be the case. Katie Ramirez again on the card against.
I don't have her name right offhand. She just walked in, so we're excited to get Katie on video here soon. I'll have to go back and look at that. I apologize. We got 18 fighters, so
Brianna Gonzalez.
You know, it's going to be exciting. As we saw in our very first female fight, when we brought Amberly Trujillo, and that was a bloody mess, and it was a brawl to the end. Almost probably, at least in female fights in the state of New Mexico, fight of the year, from my standpoint. I don't know how many there's been in the state, but you know, it was exciting for Amberly, but you know, this other girl was tough as well. That's why it ended up being a draw. So these ladies, they're coming in and they're banging it out hard, and you would think, you know, it would be this hair pulling type fight. It's not like that at all. These women are strategized in the way that they're going to determine on how they're going to get to their fighter, and sometimes they're not even looking at trying to avoid punches, they're just getting it. And so we're excited to see this fight again. Katie's amazing, and seeing her back in the ring, looking for that first W, and so we're looking for that.
And then back-to-back times on the card, you got Jose Osorio, this time going to be taking on John Haneda, who's also been on the card before.
Well, John's been on our card a couple of times now, both in Albuquerque, one in Albuquerque, one in Camel Rock, maybe 3 times. That kid's tough. He fought Alex Holguin in Grants, I believe, about a year ago, almost a year ago. And that kid doesn't get knocked down easily. I mean, Jason Sanchez knocked him out. That was the first time that it had ever been done. I don't know that anyone had ever really knocked down. I believe his nickname is Smiley, and you can tell he comes with some cockiness and comes to bring it. But then Jose, he has his own style and doesn't take things lightly. Every time we have him at the weigh-ins, he's always just causing some friction there, which, you know, it makes it fun. It makes it a lot of fun, so people want to see that there's an actual battle as opposed to just a fight. So we're excited to see that.
So in a couple words, sum up the card, what you expect this card's going to provide on the 24th.
I feel that this card is going to be the #1 card in the state of New Mexico due to the fact of the caliber of fighters that we have, from Josh Pitbull Torres all the way down to, you know, even heavyweights in Ron Baca, Manuel Otero, you know, Jason Sanchez bringing it, you know, with a tough fighter out of El Paso. I mean, you really can't compare any other fight that's out there right now just due to the fact of the records. I believe if you really look at the wins and losses compared to Legacy's fighters and our opponents, we're pretty close to even as far as win to loss ratio. So with that said, you're not going to see just a 2-round, 3-round fight with Josh Torres. That's going to go the length of the fight. I think Crespin and Sanchez, that is going to go the length of the entire bout as well. So with all that said, if we see some knockouts, it'll be great, but I think you're going to see more battle and brawl than you have on any one of our other cards, even though we've had some of the toughest guys that brawl it a lot of the time.
And then one more time on the main event, getting Josh Pitbull Torres, working with him, having a top 3 boxer in the state on one of your cards. What kind of coup is that for you guys?
Well, first of all, we're just proud to work with a superstar such as Josh. I mean, he's coming off of a really, it's a critical loss that he had in Dallas a couple months ago. And it's just we're just proud to, because he brings such a dynamics as far as the media loves him, the crowd loves him. He's a man of God. He really's got a family going, and he's really got a remarkable record. If he wants to move forward with us, we're really excited to see that. But I think it was a big eye-opener for him to get a draw in his own backyard. So that's why this one's going to be pretty intriguing, because everybody's going to want to see that Josh can prove himself. But again, he's just it's been an honor to work with him, not only on a personal level, but on a professional level.
And for tickets?
You can go to holdmyticket.com. They also have a box office downtown. I believe it's on 2nd Street. So you can go downtown or maybe on 4th Street. Check the website, www.holdmyticket.com. Or you can call me directly, Eric Martinez from Legacy Promotions. My phone number is 505-927-0806. I take text messages. Or just come to Pettis Gym, Pettis Collision. You can do either one of those businesses. And any one of your given fighters that you happen to know here in the city of Albuquerque or within the state of New Mexico, I believe in Vegas they have some tickets for Crespines fans, and then also there'll be tickets. There's some in Gallup as well with some of those fighters.
Thank you for the time, sir.
All right, thank you guys. See you there, guys.